Welcome to this video on Speaking and Listening Standard 6. We will discuss adapting a speech for context. We will be covering the core standards in speaking and listening. Adapt speech to a variety of contexts and tasks, demonstrating command of formal English when indicated or appropriate. We will be covering the following: demonstrating confidence in giving a speech to an audience, delivering your speech with a good command of English. You've probably been listening to people speak since you were born and most likely have a good idea of how to figure out what people are saying and what they mean when they speak. There are steps to consider when we give a speech, such as gathering information, preparing an outline, and preparing note cards. These were discussed in our previous sessions in preparing for a speech. We will now focus on the act of public speaking, which is practicing your speech and delivering your speech. Once you've prepared, you're ready to practice your speech. Practice your speech in front of a mirror and in front of a small audience such as your family or friends. Record your speech and listen to it objectively. Read over your outline and note cards until the material is familiar. Vary the pitch of your voice. Vary the rate at which you speak. Project your voice loudly so it can be heard throughout the room. Clearly and correctly pronounce all the words. Be aware of the way you move, your posture, facial expressions, gestures, and appearance. These are all things that affect your audience positively or negatively, just as your words do. They can, in fact, contradict what you are saying if you use them carelessly. When you are ready to deliver your speech, you may feel somewhat nervous. Being a bit nervous can work for you by making you alert and on your toes. When you deliver your speech, you must take into consideration the following. As you stand in front of your audience, try to establish eye contact with several people. Briefly look over your note cards to refresh your mind one last time. When delivering your speech, refer to your note cards as seldom as possible. When giving a speech, you may have prepared illustrations or pictures that you feel will help your audience to further understand what you have been talking about or discussing. Don't face the pictures while speaking. Face the audience and speak to the people in it. Don't show text or diagrams that are complicated or too small to be seen. Use pictures only when applicable, not merely to entertain, during a formal lecture, or to kill time. Do not use pictures as an outline for a speech. Choose pictures wisely and don't overload your presentation with them. Pictures are useless if a person can close their eyes and learn as much from listening to the speech. Don't just read your projected text to the audience. Depending on the type of speech and the order of presentation, slides and handouts might be best shown after speaking. Why is this important for you as a student? This knowledge is important to be able to develop your skills in public speaking. It will help you to create rapport with your audience and will keep them interested in your presentation. We use these skills in different instances like symposiums, lectures, reports, and running for candidacy. Let's do an activity. Prepare and practice your speech at home using the steps that we discussed in past and present sessions. Use the following topics for your speech: career opportunities, appeal of sports to young people, favorite literary character. Why do we need to follow these rules? These rules will help you gain confidence in delivering your speech in front of an audience. It will give you a clear understanding on how you will be able to get rid of the nervousness and be at ease of giving a speech. How do we know if the illustrations are appealing to the audience? Illustrations are just a mere visual of what you're discussing. Your speech should not be dependent on your visuals. Visuals are helpers to make your audience sustain their interest to what you are discussing or pointing out. You will know for yourself if your visual is actually helping your audience to understand your speech better. How do we know that we were able to project confidence into our speech? Ask for feedback during your practice. It will help you tweak your speech and be fully confident. As a student, you're expected to adapt speech to a variety of contexts and tasks, demonstrating command of formal English when indicated or appropriate. We've come to the end of our session. We have discussed practicing your speech, delivering your speech, and using illustrations properly in your speech. By the end of this session, you should know or be able to do the following: Demonstrate confidence in giving a speech to an audience. Deliver your speech in a way that can be understood. This information should help improve your speaking and listening skills. Good luck with your speech.